Everyone, thanks to the birthday boy for the last hour. Yanis's big birthday, well, not a big birthday, it's just a birthday. I think he's about 22 or something like that, I think. But it's great to have your company. Thanks for being with us here on Crate and Craft this Saturday lunchtime. Now, this is your weekender show. Tony Darroch is waiting in the wings. We had an incredible launch last night. It was a global launch, brand new Quattro D system. But before we get to that, I just want to quickly show you the happy hour for this hour, because you found it before the show and you've been buying it like crazy. Now, my producer Laura has told me that the price on this is unbelievable. So let's have a look and see what you're going to pay. It is unbelievable. OK, so this is your... Did you know about this, Tony? OK, that's all right then. This is 121548. It's the Stamps by Me Stamp and Die collection. 11 stamps and dies. And you can see you've got this... I'm going to get Tony to give me a word on it, actually, because the description doesn't do it justice. What have I got in here?
3 A5 stamps and coordinating dies. Absolutely awesome. Now, can I just tell you that one of these is £35.98.
Wow.
So you're getting all three. So if you've never bought a Stamps by Me product before in your life, then there's never a better time to do it right now.
Wow.
So they're all sort of wreath-based. So you get sunflowers, you get a very stylised one, and then you get the foliage one, all with dies that leave the wreath in the page, or you can take it out. You get some incredible, incredible sentiments, and as always, you have that amazing QR code on the back. We've used these lots, so there's lots of inspiration on the back of the packets here for you to scan and make the most of these. So just an absolute steal.
It is, and it's not going to last the whole hour. That's why we thought we'd show it to you early. Of course, if you're taking advantage of Flextravaganza, this is over £15. So when you pop this into your basket, you will be able to take 3 flexes on it. That little squeak from Tony was because in 2 minutes exactly, a quarter of a very large stock of our happy hour. OK, make that half now. OK,
so can I just quickly just show the sentiments very quickly, because it's going to go, isn't it? Which is no surprise. So on the back here, you get this super wreath on here. Look at this. I'll just pop it down here. And then look at this sentiment here. You are kind, you are smart, you are important. It's really important to me that you have sentiments that give you self-worth, give you positivity, give that other person that you're sending it to something to look and feel great about. There's that one. And then on the other one,
60% now.
OK, I'm being quick.
And if they're in your baskets, you need to check out. Don't wait to see the Weekender if you haven't seen it yet. This is something you've got to get in your basket and checked out quickly.
And on this gorgeous sunflower wreath, which is my all-time favourite, it says, fall in love with the process of becoming the best version of yourself. And then when life is sweet, say thank you and celebrate. When life is bitter, say thank you and grow. And you get all of the lovely coordinating sentiments, as always. I'm getting faster and faster.
She's speaking quicker and quicker because it's now gone limited stock. Now, obviously, people haven't had time to check out yet, so the majority of those are in baskets. So, you know, I know you hear us say it a lot, but you've got to check out that basket to secure that you've got it. Now, if you try to put one in your basket, it'll tell you it's sold out. But all of those that we had are in baskets waiting to be checked out. So please, please check out. That might be a record for a happy hour.
And there were a lot. I can't believe it. Well
I know.
Done.
3 minutes and the happy hour is basically sold out, providing you all check out. If any of those people don't check out, we'll let you know some of them have bounced back. I'm sorry to the people who've got them in your baskets, but there is a way of getting around that, and that's by calling the number 01733 62000, because none of those ones in baskets are sold yet, so they're still fair game if you're calling the number. Just thought I'd let you know that. That's an encouragement for all of you guys to check out your baskets. Right, now then, last night we launched a global launch of a brand new Quattro D collection. There is another one coming on Tuesday as well. And then Toni told me there were no more till Christmas, and I thought, crikey, that's a long time. Then she reminded me, of course, it's Christmas in June when they will be back. But this is the latest offering from the Quattro D collection, which has been massively popular. Last night we got loads of emails saying how good, how much people love this collection and how good and easy it is to use, because you describe it well. It makes you look better than you are.
Absolutely, and I get a total buzz around Quattro D. It is an amazing concept that no longer do we go into those stores and, you know, admire the puffy embellishments that you get and you poke and you're like, I wish we could do that, and we could do most of the elements, but adding that 3D embossing folder has now sort of sealed the deal when it comes to creating handmade shop.
It does. So if you've never seen it, the concept is very simple. You get stencils, you get a stamp, you get a die, and you get an embossing folder all in one, and Toni will explain how that makes this creation so easy to do.
So you get all of that in one packet. Now traditionally in the past, and you see this quite often, you get the embossing folder in a packet, you get your layering stencils in a packet, you get the die and the stamp in another packet.
And you get both of them.
And you're getting both. But what I've done is, obviously we are trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly. All of this is in that one packet. Now what's important on the packet is you get this step-by-step instruction, but on the back you have that QR code. There are lots of videos already loaded on the back of these packets for you to get that creativity. So you're not just paying for one. Well, if you think about it, embossing folders are £10. A stamp and a die is a further £17. Then you think about the outline die, which is another £15. So I've put it together in an affordable bundle so you have everything you need. And let me show you the boards.
Before you do, a couple of bits of information I've got to give you. Last night, before we went live, the cake on its own had sold out.
Right.
We've managed to move some stock, so there's a few of the cake on its own available, a very small amount, and of course the perfume bottle is available on its own. There was something else I wanted to... Oh yes, I know what I wanted to say. We had a large stock because it's a global launch and it's a weekender. 30% went last night during the launch show. But that show's been repeated overnight and it's been on Craft Extra. We're now nearly half the stock of the weekender gone.
Yeah, and you literally have got all I've got. And this is design, it's 7 and 8, okay. No, sorry, 8 and 9, because I know a lot of you are collecting them. And then on Tuesday we have 10 and 11, and then we're done until Christmas launch, okay? So just so you know, if you're wanting to collect them, you know where to budget and spend. So let me just show you the system. So stencil 1, I just wanted to show you how this works, and it's beautiful. So stencil 1 gives you this. Then you have stencil 2 and it gives you this. Stencil 3 gives you sort of like the decorative element. Combine the 3 and you get this, which I've done in a gold ink pad here. So you do get that true sense of a 3D cake. You can do it in pure white and get frosting effects and things like that. You add the stamp and beautiful. Also in you get the special birthday, which is those sentiments. Add the embossing folder and you get that embellishment that gives you that stop, shop, bought, finish. We'll
show you that when Toni does the demo. You can see how deep that embossing is.
And then here, look, I didn't use the stencils because do you know what? The stencils are brilliant if I don't want to colour. I'm not a colourist. I'm not great at colouring myself. The stencils are going to help me massively. But if I am a colourist and I don't want to mess around with the stencils, the capability to do so many different things with the 4-stage process is incredible. So on this one, I didn't use any stencils at all. I just used the embossing folder, the stamp and the die, and I covered it with my sparkle pen, which gave me that frosted cake sort of feel on there. That looks like icing. It's beautiful. And then here I did an embossing folder in gold and white, and I cut away some of the elements and added a bit of sparkle, and that's just to show you that you get the most gorgeous 3D embellishment. So that's the cake. So it's not a choice of, you get absolutely both. So here's the next awesome design. So this one is your Feel Good, and this is the perfume bottle, okay? So stencil 1 is the first layer of your floral. Stencil 2 is the second layer of the floral, then the perfume. Number 3 is the shadow around the bottle on the lid, and then the greenery. We've connected these stencils. I didn't want 9 million stencils. I want to keep it as low as I can, but still keep true to the 3D. This is it all together with the stamp. This is here cut out, and then let's check this out. That's the stamp and embossing folder, guys. No stencils. I can pick up my watercolours and absolutely colour that through if I wanted to. This one is just the embossing folder, and I've added some sparkle for the perfume, and then I've watercoloured the flower on there. You also get these fabulous, there's a stamp sentiment, there are individual sentiments because there was space. Put them together. Cake and perfume for a female, for birthday, celebrating that special birthday, Mother's Day. All of the lovely cards that we try to create and make that look like you've just picked it up off a shop store front inside a store. What I will say to you though is Quatre D is a system that works seamlessly through. So these designs are going to work with your timeless florals. Okay, you can put the collection of drinks that we also have, and then the next ones on Tuesday are a little bit of a fashion collection. So you have a handbag and a shoe, which is going to work with the perfume and the cake.
Wow.
So when we design, I know a lot of you collect. I want want them all to work together, and you as a crafter, if you are a brand new crafter, you've got the 4 stages. If you are advanced, take away some of the stages and step it up a gear.
Can I sell what I make?
Of course.
Okay, that's good
Please
news.
do. I encourage it, because then obviously you're going to get the next designs.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so it's 834680. You're looking at some of the amazing samples that we have here. These are quite touchy-feely as well, and you get to feel the amazing embossing on there as well. And we're going to get straight to demo in just a moment, but Tony's got a couple of extras to show you here as well.
Yeah, I just want to show you that, you know, stepping it up a gear, if you don't want to do the 4-stage system, which is amazing, by the way, and probably most of you will stick to the 4-stage system because that's how it's built. But if you do want to step it up, this is the embossing folder in the background on the deboss, and then this one is just stenciled through in not your traditional colours. I mean, that is beautiful. That looks like it's come out of a shop, in my opinion. But look at this one. This one is a game changer. If you are into colours and mixed media and want to entail your 3D HD embossing folders, you can do that too. What about using your foils, your Wow Fab foils with the sticky ink? Absolutely beautiful. I don't know how you're going to choose. Mind you, the price for it all is incredible, but if you're just choosing one, I wouldn't want to choose.
Now we're going to work our way over to demo. There's something else on the show and some other things I want to show you as well, one in particular. But let's go through these first, because I've got more Quattro D items for you. If this is the first time you've seen it, there are currently 10 to collect.
Yes.
And they're usually in pairs of 2, but you can buy them individually. Better value getting them in pairs. But here's some of the ones we've had before. The Mojito was a very popular one. If you're thinking, well, I can't get that shading in that of the drink inside the glass, you don't have to. It's all done for you. And it's not just one colour. Have a quick look at this board that I've got that Tony's given me, just quickly. The Mojito. The Mojito even, you can have them in all different colours. And this colouring, and that, you know, you might think, well, I'm not going to get that shading. You are. To give you an idea of the embossing, have a look at the one on the end, and you can see how when you use the embossing folder as the final process, you get this wonderful texture to it as well.
It's cool, isn't it? And if you swap out a black ink with your stamp for gold embossing foils, you get a totally different look. And that's the fabulous thing about Quattro D. Swap out one of the elements for one of your other different types of craft, and you just get a totally different look. Now, I did those Mojitos in 4 colours that you probably wouldn't normally put together to show you do get the definition.
So there's also the Strawberry Margarita as well available. These were a couple the last time that we brought them to you. They now, obviously, you can get them individually. There's the Strawberry Margarita. I love the fact that the little splash and everything that's all part of it, you know, just extraordinary. And if you're thinking, well, I've not got the skill to get that shading, wait until you see how the stencils work for you. So we have the Mojito and the Strawberry Margarita available for you, and those are the details of those. I've got another sellout to tell you about. The 3D embossing folder collection that we had on the show. Lily, Rose and Frisia, they've gone, I'm afraid. They were popular last night and they've finished off this morning.
I was hoping we were going to hold on to something on the end of that counter.
No.
It all...
Afraid not. Not. But we do have something that
Martin's favourite.
Yeah, it's there. The magnetic glass mat. Now, when Tony told me this was launching in September, I was excited as a kid in a sweet shop.
Yes,
I really was. And then realised I was away on holiday when it launched. I was gutted. Because over the years, I know it sounds a bit daft, right? But I've really enjoyed bringing glass mats because I see the value in glass mats. As a non-crafter, but seeing guests every single day for 20 odd years, struggling with a self-healing mat and getting the knife blade cut in it and getting a wonky line, then glass mats started to become the favourite, and you can see the value that they add, not just because of the ease of cutting, but also the fact that you can mix your inks up on them and just wipe them away when you've finished. But Toni Darrick took it one step further. She brings you an A3 glass mat in pure white, so you can see the right colours, with all your measurements on it, but it's got a magnetic feel to it. So you've got a metal at the back, and then magnets, so you can hold your work down on your glass mat.
I know, isn't it cool?
If that's not a game changer, I don't know what is.
So I can hold my stencils now for my layering system. I can hold my watercolour card down to stop it from cockling. Look at that as well. It holds my die. Yeah. So my die, I'm not going to be under paper looking for it.
I didn't think about dies. Yes, because you put your die down, it's not going to move around.
Absolutely, it's not going to go anywhere. It's there safe. So it's just the white element here is white. And Martin's already touched on it, but it's white because if I'm watercolouring, I want to see what colour I'm using, because if it were black, I can't see the colour. It's a true white. It took me a while to get this true white. It came through cream, it came through bluish, then I finally got the white. So it is a good workhorse that's going to see you through.
If you've bought a glass mat in the past, a 12 by 12, the ones that I've shown you know, $11.99, they're great, but this is the ultimate upgrade, okay? I'm really happy that I got the chance to record the quick pick for this morning.
Yeah.
Don't but
say
now they're
that.
saying they don't think it's going to be needed because this is flying again. And I'm so 80% of the mat has gone at the current stock. I'm so pleased. It's an investment that will pay you back time and time again. Seriously. I don't know why I'm passionate about glass mats, but this one
You are passionate about tools that work.
Well, yes, yeah.
You're passionate about the hot lights because they work.
True, yeah.
You're passionate about good quality cardstock because it works.
Yes,
glass
true,
mats,
I suppose.
they work.
Yeah, okay, you've nailed it there. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's an investment that will pay you back time after time. Don't forget, you can take Flexi on it as well as part of Flextravaganza. You will absolutely love this mat. Now, on that one, that's the box. Those pink stripes down the side, they're not on the big purple bit at the top with Tony's picture. They're not on the mat. That's the box they photographed. Here's the mat so that you can...
and it's a tempered glass as well, which means it's reinforced. So it's gonna stand the test of time, okay?
Yeah.
As long as you don't throw it down a set of stairs, it's gonna last you. So it's a workhorse. So you pay the £44 and it's gonna see you through until the last day you stop crafting.
There's one question I haven't asked you that's just randomly come into my head. You may not know to be able to know the answer to this. What about if you've got a pacemaker?
I don't know.
Because you're using magnets.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Have a look.
It just crossed my mind because my father-in-law's got a pacemaker and he can't wear like a smartwatch.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it's just crossed my mind, you know. I know it's not a selling point, but it's something you need to consider.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's same with your stamping platforms then, isn't it, with magnets? Just be careful, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sure you know.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, well, all I can say, I think we're going to have to get more stock off Tony at some point in this hour. Okay, so... I'm glad, though, because I never got the chance to actually do it when it launched, so it's really nice to be able to do it now. It feels like a launch to me of the glass mat.
Well, let's just call it a launch with Quattro D, yeah? Why not? It's me and you again.
And we're here to do the Quattro D, so shut up, Martin. We better get on with it.
OK, so this is flying as well, which is super cool, so this makes me very happy. So in the set, you get, obviously, your packet. It shows you the 4-stage process, and on the back here, you get your line-up elements. Now, all can be used as independents on their own. You get the QR code on the back here as well, which is super cool. And that's me stood in studio giving you all the hints, tips, techniques, inspiration, craft challenges. It's got it all going on there. So when you open the packet, this is what you get inside. So you get your layering stencil system, you get your stamp, which can be used as an entity on its own. We get our coordinating die. We get a lot of word die sentiments in this occasion, and then we get our incredible 3D embossing folder. Absolutely awesome. And I love the fact that I've got everything I need. All I need is some ink and some cardstock, and I can be creative with this. So let's show you the concept and simply how it works and how quick it comes together, because it is super, super cool. I just love it. It's one of my, I can't believe we didn't do it a bit sooner. It's just absolutely awesome. So let's grab a piece of card. Super simple. So to do your layering stencil system, in the corners you have 4 hearts. Now you can pop a bit of ink through if you want to, but I would probably say to you, once you've done it once, you won't bother with the hearts at all. I just line mine up to the edge of my card, and because I have my glass mat here, I can hold it. Now, it holds it in place, but as always, you do hold everything with a hand anyway. So the magnets are not a necessity, but they help, okay? So let's get some colour through here. So I'm just going to go, yesterday we did pink, so today I'm going to go yellows and oranges. Why not? Let's change it up a little bit. So I'm just going to also grab, because I like things that are going to help me out when I'm crafting. So I have my Show Grip mat here.
Another genius product, by the way.
So
it's a rubber mat. You can get it as well. It's on the show. You can get it. It's just so clever. A rubber mat that folds up and just holds your stamps in place. So if you're not very great with your hands and things are wobbling about, it's just a simple thing, but clever.
It's so cool, because normally this is what would happen.
Yeah.
It's awful. The noise is awful for one. I don't want to chase my ink pad around. Pop it on here, it don't move.
And you get 2 of them.
And you get 2, a pink and a grey. So let's get some colour through here. So stencil number 1, follow the number guide look, make sure the number's looking at you. It is super easy. 1. So I'm just, and don't be precious about, you know, lines, texture. Half of it's going to be covered anyway. So number 1. Amazing. You think it, well, amazing. It doesn't look like much at the moment. It looks like a badly fried egg. But it does get better, I promise. So number 2. So I'm just going to line it up the edge of my card here. Help me out a little bit. And then I'm going to go with a bit of orange on this one. So a little bit darker. Not too dark though. And this is just going to give us that little bit of dimension inside that floral element on there. Super easy. So all you need really is a couple of ink pads. A black ink, you're good to go, some cardstock. So then number 2, so I've sort of like started to get the shading in the flower there. And then number 3, so make sure the number's the top corner looking at you. If you do it the other way, you're going to get a reverse design, so make sure the number looks at you. Make sure I'm in shot, there we go. Number 3, so this is where the shadow of the bottle starts to come into play. So you can do it in the same colour, let's just do it in an orange on this occasion. And as you can see on this stencil set here, the leaves are built into the shadow because to save another stencil, to save cost basically. Yep. So they're on the same stencil, so which is cool because I want to give absolute affordability with our range. So let's swap out for a green. So let's go a light green today.
Okay, look.
So already we've got our
Everybody was
I know when everybody's
silent
watching because everything goes absolutely silent.
Yeah. Even in my ear they were silent.
So funny. So
look how that folds up, by the way, that mat.
Yeah.
That rubber mat folds, so it's not going to, you know, you don't have to have it.
And guess what? It's brilliant for a cup of tea. It's brilliant to hold your water. It's heat resistant as well. And guess what? It's got grid lines in the centre here. Look at this. Watch this. My brush is not going to roll off my table.
Oh, come on.
You know, like it were all
You get 2 of them.
You get 2, a pink and a grey, so you can give
They're
one to
glass mat level, they are, aren't they?
They're just cool. You can give them to a friend as well if you...
Unbelievable, I love it, yeah.
So let's grab in the next tool.
Well, yeah, here's another amazing tool
them
by
out of my
Toni.
bottom.
We sort of take this for granted now, don't we?
We do. So let's just grab my stamp. So all my magnets, you know, all my magnets are holding all of the dies for that set, which is cool because they would end up under something. Now, what I didn't do, check this out, what I didn't do was, let's just bring back our stencils. You see, when I did the orange part of this stencil, I didn't do the perfume. Here, look, I left a big hole. Let's get some perfume in there.
Can I say the perfume needs to be a dark colour?
Do you want it, what colour?
Yeah, I think something like that.
What?
Like a nice dark, like an opium style colour, yeah.
Let's do it. Martin says. That colour.
If it ruins it, it's my fault, but I think it should be a darker colour.
That's fine. It still look cool. I'm telling you, watch when this is finished, it will still look cool. Let's just get a bit of a blend on there. Let's create a little bit of a halo, so it looks like the sun's coming. Hello.
Everybody went halo in my ear then. Halo? It's like whenever anybody ever mentioned aloe vera when we were doing health and beauty, so the whole studio go, hello Vera. Crazy.
Actually, it looks nice in the dark.
Yeah.
So then we pop our stamp on now. The cool thing about this is it looks gorgeous in embossing. So if you've got the courage to get those wow powders out, please do, because they look absolutely awesome. So let's stamp this one, and we're going to be using our black pretty colour inside hybrid ink, which is also available.
It is on the show. Yeah.
I'm a proper saleswoman today, and I'm
you are, yeah.
pulling it all in.
Yeah.
Woo. Getting a bit giddy.
Next you'll be telling me where you bought that blouse from.
So just stamp this one out in black.
Okay, so this is part 2, if you like, of the system.
So this is sort of like, I mean, does that not just look awesome?
Unbelievable.
It's cool, and I've only done 2 stages. Come on. Come on. You see, I like my products, can't you? Just a bit. So let's just move this out of the way. And then, look, my die's caught there.
Yeah.
So pop your die around. tape it in place, and this is going to give us that 3D embellishment that we would normally pop a pad behind or stick flat on a card. Do several of the designs if you want to build them up, create some composition. It looks wonderful with the cake stacked behind it if you do it in coordinating colours. You can also cut several of these, add them to the front of the envelope so your card design sees your design through as well. Absolutely amazing. So let's just run this one through. So I'm just going to run this one through, and then we get that embellishment. The game changer is the 3D embossing folder.
Don't mind me, I've just had an idea.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hold on to your boots.
Okay, so you know you were fiddling for the end of the tape then, right?
Right.
So if you take your piece of tape off, right, and then you sort of fold that under like that and across, right, and then tear it, you've always got a piece that you can get.
All right, stop right now.
Once you get into that habit, you'll never ever be scrabbling to find the end of your tape.
I'll be claiming that technique as my own next week. Right, everybody does it to me. Yeah. Right, so look at this.
We might see that again at Christmas.
Hey, we didn't talk about what I'm launching at Christmas. Look at that, does that not look cool?
It does, it looks incredible. So I love the dark colour in the bottle.
Yep, absolutely, go for it. So, let's get the embossing folder. Email?
I've got some emails in. I've also saved last night's emails as well.
Yeah.
But I'm going to let you do your embossing folder first.
Just quickly
see
do
the
this
end
embossing
of the
folder.
demonstration.
So when
first.
you come to use your embossing folder, look, if you do it wrong way, it won't let you do it because look, it don't match.
Oh, yeah,
it's super easy. So you just take your embellishment and you pop it to the front of the embossing folder, line it up as a visual. There we go. Can you see? Take the time to line it up. Because I want it to be nice, I want it to be 3D, I want it to look like a shop-bought embellishment. Now, the cool thing about Quattro D is if you make several embellishments, lots of embellishments, put them in packs, you can sell them for people who maybe don't have a die-cutting system. True. So then we'll run this one through. Not with that plate, I won't. Let's pop this under here. Then we'll just run this through the machine. And then this is where your magic happens, okay?
It quite often... to show you the embossing, it's quite often better to show it on a blank card because then you can see, and there you can see that's the reverse of it, the deboss if you like. But that's how good the embossing part of this process is.
Did you show up front? Shall I show up front of that actually?
Okay. Yeah. Works just the same.
And that is the beauty of that 3D embossing folder. It works entirely on its own. And it's gorgeous. That is like a shop bot card. Think about your pearl cards, you know, from Dalton Manor, because they've got some amazing pearl card. So let's just show you this. So I'll show you the back, like Martin has just done.
There you go, yeah. Come in. There we go.
So that's the back. And then it doesn't really show on air, but honestly,
yeah,
it is all there.
You can see with your eyes.
Absolutely beautiful.
See what I mean when you close up to it.
Right,
yeah.
so I'll let you do email.
Brilliant. So that's the whole process. That's the Quattro D process, and it just works so well.
It's cool.
Right, a couple of fresh emails. First one's from Paula in Tyne and Weir. Just wanted to say a huge congratulations to Toni on her achievements in the crafting industry.
Oh,
I remember Toni's first ever show on Crate and Craft, and bless her, she was shaking from head to toe.
Yes.
You've come so far. Yeah, look at her now. And achieved so much. Well done, and all the best to the future. And of course, Paula, don't forget, Toni is one of a select bunch of crafting alumni that are on American TV as well. Yes. Which is quite amazing, isn't it, really? Is. That is a massive achievement.
Absolutely, a massive achievement. I've been there about a year and a half. I go out again in 2 weeks. Yeah.
It is.
Don't ask me how.
You didn't go to them and say, I've got some great products, can I come and do them in America? They contact you and say, we've seen what you do, we want to show it on American network TV. So it's quite extraordinary.
Yeah, it's cool.
Next one is from Bridget. Bridget says, hi Toni and Martin, another good show. Can't wait for my Quattro D set to come, which I ordered yesterday. Stamps by me are the best, and I wouldn't have anything else.
Oh, there you go. That's so kind.
Some that came in last night. Brianna in Loughborough, I absolutely love the concept, and I've got all the sets so far. Another one from Lynn in Bristol. I've waited so long for the bluebells and the whites. They sold out last night, I'm afraid.
Sorry.
In my basket. Chrissy in Newquay said, I've been waiting for the rose stencil layering die. Sold out now, I'm afraid, but so pleased it's back in stock. She plans to use them to decorate her kitchen cupboards.
Yes, and they're that good, you could utilise them for
Those
that.
stencils, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You could
Using like an acrylic paint.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then there was Sue who said, you know how much I adore all your products. The quality and design of everything you bring out is outstanding. I love Quattro D and I've already put my order in. I have all the stencils and dies on the show tonight and they're stunning and not to be missed. And then one from Annette who said Quattro D is the most amazing concept ever. I have them all so far and would hate to think I'd miss any of them. The magnetic glass mat speaks for itself. It does. Thank you, Annette. Here's one fresh off the printer, and it's from Sarah, who says, in my opinion, no one does contemporary elegance like Stamps by Me.
Oh, wow.
And these latest Quattro D designs are no exception. Totally gorgeous. Fab demos. Thanks for the inspiration, Tony.
I'm feeling a little bit
And then
ooh.
Joanne says, wow, wow, wow. Tony, you blew my mind with your last collection, but this is just amazing. How do you do it? Great products, and your demos are second to none. Keep up the great work. I can't wait for the next Brain Box ideas.
Ooh.
Fabulous. How cool is that? Obviously, a huge following. There's a reminder of the glass mat, and the glass mat is proving very, very popular today. And I'm so pleased because I never got the chance to do it when it was first launched, and it just happens to be on this show. It wasn't actually on the show last night, and Tony was using it, and I stamped my little foot until they put it on the show, I can tell you, because it's such a game changer, the glass mat. Remember, with a metal back to it and 4 great magnets to hold your work in place. It's like, you know, when they upgrade something and you think, why didn't I think of something like that? You know, you think of all the things pop-up toaster, first thing that comes into my mind, right? You had a toaster, right, but you had to stand over it in case your toast burnt. And then somebody said, well, let's put a timer on this so it pops up when it's done. And it changed your life. You could go off and do something else while the glass mat with the magnets is the same. If you haven't got one, it's one of the best investments you'll make, and it's actually a good saving right now as well. Club members are going to pay, what, $44.99? So that's a saving of about £16, something like that. £15, there you go. So just grab it. Grab it. A3 size, pure white, so you can see exactly what colour you're working with, and the magnets as well, plus all of those paper sizes on there as well. Okay, enough of that. I could talk about that for the rest of the hour, probably, but they won't let me. So let's talk about the Weekender, which is the Stamps by Me Celebrate Quattro D collection. 22 dies across 2 designs. You've seen Tony do the perfume bottle this morning. We also have the brilliant cake. Remember, the process for this is very simple. You've got stencils, normally 3 layering stencils, which give you your colour. And then you've got a stamp to give you your outline. And then you've got a die to cut that out. And then you've got a 3D embossing folder to put the cherry on the cake, if you'll excuse the pun. 834-680 is its item number. You'll get both of them. Club members will be paying $53.98, saving £18. Flexi is available anyway, but we are in a Flextravaganza event, which means anything in your basket over £15, you can take 3 Flexis on your entire order. I'm going to show you a few more pictures. The Mojito, this is from the previous collection. Lots of people going for the Mojito. Half of that has gone. The shading on that one is extraordinary. It really does look like that glass has got liquid in it, especially when it's 3D embossed. And of course, you could put a bit of glossy accents on the outside to make the glass even look more real. Brilliant. 855052. Same with the Strawberry Margarita. You could do the same with that one, but 60% of the stock of it's gone, so don't miss out on your Strawberry Margarita. Something I haven't shown you in this show, Adventure Begins and Beautiful Soul. The floral ones obviously were the start of the Quattro D, and of course florals feature a lot in Tony's, but this isn't a Quattro D, this is a stamp collection. There's 16 of them. $26.98 gets you both of those, and they are absolutely gorgeous as always. Right then, Now, obviously, there's a lot to choose from in this show, isn't it? And if you've shopped with us any time over the last 10 years or so, you probably think, oh, there's so much I want, but I'm going to have to pay a load of postage. Not anymore. It's all capped at £3.95. Here's how that works.
You get the goodies, I'll get the door.
OK.
Hello, Create and Craft Delivery.
Wow, this is the biggest order I've ever seen.
Haven't you heard? If you order anything from Create and Craft now, it's a cap P&P of $3.95 per order.
Cap P&P of only $3.95 for all of this?
Yes, it doesn't matter what you order or how many different items you buy.
What, even the really heavy stuff like this?
Yes, sewing machines, die-cutting machines, everything in the van.
Oh, there we go. That's the last of it.
I don't think they're at home. We'll have to come back later. I'll warm up the van.
Oh, hi! Fancy a cuppa?
Oh yes, that'll be lovely. Chop, chop, Dan. Order 2 or more items from Create and Craft and we'll cap your postage at just £3.95, no matter how many different items you buy. Shopping at Create and Craft just got even better.
OK, so our fabulous Quattro D is proving so popular. We're asking Toni to give us more of the glass mats. I'm so pleased about that. We'll come back to that in a little while. But we're going to talk about not only the Weekender, but also the inks that you're using, because these weren't on the show last night,
So we have now these are available anytime. So we have our black hybrid and our white pigment. So a hybrid ink is basically an ink that can be used for everything.
Okay.
So if you're alcohol marker colouring, if you're watercolouring, you get no bleed, no haze, no hue. It works for everything, so you don't have to have several ink pads. Okay, this is amazing. But we also have the best white ink pad ever. I'm not joking, ever, and I'll showcase this in my next demo. Now, if you're wanting a white ink pad, you've come to the right place. I cannot keep this in stock. I'll show you in.
Well, it's one of those things that you might want to add into your order if you haven't done already, and take advantage of that Flextravaganza and the cap postage as well. Look at that.
Yep. So I just wanted to show you, whilst we were just on the perfume bottle, a very quick alternative to get a real great shop bought finished card. Okay. So this is the embossing folder, no outline die, just the embossing folder. I've matte and laid it onto a piece of white and then onto a white card. So that already I'm getting that shop feel. But I want to jazz it up and I want to make it lovely and elegant for my mum, for my auntie, you know, for somebody very special. So I've taken one of the stencils, and it's the one where we've got that perfume which Martin just referred to. He wanted it in a darker colour. I'm just going to use this piece here. So I'm just going to stick it on top and I'm going to hold it in place. And this is where it's a game changer. Yes, you have the 4-stage process, but do you know what? You can totally step it up and change it up as you wish. In the show, I have 2 eyes inks, a light gold and a dark gold. I pop these in for this very technique. So if you haven't seen eyes ink glitter paste, it's amazing. It dries really, really quickly. It's an eco-friendly packaging. You can hang it, hook it. It'll last you a long, long time. All-time favourite. I love gold anyway, whether it be glitter paste, gold embossing. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a little bit of it, just this much on the end of my spatula. I'm just going to put this gold through the perfume element.
That's nice and smooth, isn't it?
It's beautiful, and it dries super quick as well. So I'm just going to try my best not to get it outside my card, because I've already stuck it together. I wouldn't normally stick it together, but you know. So let's just get some lovely gold on here. So this is just so we have some sparkle on our card.
We've got the details of them. They're on the show, folks. You can find them coming up on the screen right now for you.
So now I have gold sparkle in my perfume bottle. I'm just going to try and soften that out a little bit. Just fill in those little white areas where I missed.
The black hybrid ink now is limited stock as well.
Oh no, you are kidding me.
And the white, actually. Oh. Nightmare.
You are a nightmare. Right, so that's me. Oh, what am I going to do with you all? So look, already now we've got a beautiful sparkle in that lovely
and texture. Look
at that, it's stunning. It only takes a couple of minutes to dry, but check this out, right? So what I did was I did the embossing folder again, and I cut away the flower, but I did use some pale pinks on the flower. Can we see the dimension here? Just that pale pink through that lovely stencil onto just the flower. And I've cut it away, just hand cut it away, and I'm just going to pop this on top. of here. So already I'm getting a pretty card, and then the sentiments are so gorgeous, and I've cut this in a gold card, and I'm just going to leave that as is. Now that's just to show you that you can get that shop bought card that you see with the shiny sparkles and the 3D emboss. If I lean that forward, can we see that there? Is it showing? So I haven't used the stamp, I've just used that sparkly and that lovely, lovely embossing fold. It looks absolutely stunning. So that I just wanted to quickly show that, because I want to show you that you have probably all of these sparkly eyes inks. We've brought them to the show before. Let's get them used. Right, so, sorry, go on, Martin.
No, you carry on, whatever you want to do. We're running along quite nicely here, so.
Take a breath, Tony.
Yeah.
Right, so cake, let's do the cake, right? So, am I okay to use the white, or is it
yes, do it.
Do it
anyway. If it was part
left.
of your demo, do it anyway.
Well,
everybody
right.
who's bought it wants to see why it's the perfect white now, don't they? They took your word for it, now you've got to prove it.
Honestly, never mind.
Yeah, we can do it. We can use the white ink.
Would you like to add some more?
Have you got some more?
Yes.
There you go then. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Right.
You can have some more.
Right.
Yeah. Hope nobody's going in your shop this week, because there'll be nothing on the shelves.
I hope it hasn't been busy, it'll all gone.
Yeah.
Right, so let's use the fabulous embossing folder now. It's here, look. So I'm going to use the embossing folder first and show you a technique first. So I'm just going to pop some black card into here. I'm going to show you 2 ways to use this white. Now you're going to tell... Stop, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to use it and it's going to go. Right, let's run it through quickly on this black.
Well, we've got a small amount more that we can bring you, so that means we can put the details on the screen.
All right.
714309. Now people are fighting online. Yeah?
Right. So, check this out, right? So this is on black card. Can we hopefully a bit of the camp? Sorry, is that better if I do that?
Lean it back this time. There you go. Perfect.
Look at the spots. Look at the floral. Just absolutely stunning. So if you have a white ink pad, now I'm just going to show you actually quickly. Just grab another brush here. So if you use your white, you can create like that ghost effect, that shadow, that.
Always helps if you put the lid on properly.
Yep.
Here comes the mat. This little mat's been selling like crazy.
I know.
Two of them, absolutely phenomenal these are. And it folds up, don't do the inking just yet. That mat folds up, I'm going to show a picture, there you go. You get 2 different colours, and it folds up into a little, almost like a, into a little mat. And just as Tony showed you, it puts you can hold your ink pads, you can put your brushes in there, you can double it up as a coaster. I absolutely think that is a great idea. It's one of those little things that just make life easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Love it. Okay, right, you can ink now.
Okay, so let me just show you. This is such a
Right.
I'm managing numbers as well.
You are, yeah.
Right, so...
She's being an accountant while I'm talking. Yeah.
Hey, I'm good at maths, it's all right. So, this white, check this out, right? So look how white. You want snow on your scenes. You want a beautiful white.
That is, yeah, no, that is...
You are not going to get a white. You're not going to get a white like this anywhere. Leone has this, swears by it. It's just an incredible... And it's that good, you have to take a lot of the ink off before you pop it on. So let me just take some white off, keep going. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the halo.
Halo? You know what, make amazing clouds as well.
Absolutely.
Especially on black card, because you start to get the grey coming through.
The cool thing about it is you can stencil through a stencil on black card with white, and then you can colour on top of the white.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let's just I'm just really pressing on here just to get this image to pop through for you. So give it a good old swirly whirly round.
We've got about 12 or 13 minutes left, so plenty of time, folks, to get your...
I mean, you look how much ink, I'm still going.
Yes, true. And you're back later today as well, aren't you?
I'm back later today. Can I just show you it in stamp very quickly?
Yeah, of course.
Is that all right?
It's going to go again anyway, so we might as well.
Let's just stamp it out. Oh, what's all that about?
They are so popular. Wow. The black's still available.
Yeah, the black hybrid is a must. I know the white is brilliant for technique bases, stenciling, halos and things like that, but the white is the black is the hybrid of hybrids. It's really, really cool. If you have got the black or white, mind you, we're running out of time, but I'm back on at 5 o'clock, so if you want to email in about your experience. It stays wet for longer, the white, oil-based. You can use it with all of your embossing powders. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Right.
I could keep going on about the white, but seeing as it's gone. You need to check out, remember, if you want it, you can't guarantee that it's yours until it's in your basket.
Right, let me
or
just
you've
show
checked
you
it
stamped
I
out in white very quickly, because normally what would happen is to get a true white, you would have to use a white embossing powder, but now, no longer.
Let's have a look then. Pressure's on.
Pressure's on.
The big reveal.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, okay, I'll
Right.
give you that one.
That is so, I mean, that's white.
It is superb.
Probably as white as you're ever going to see a white
That,
unicorn.
when you see it like that, that's
Right.
amazing.
Anyway, well done if you got it. I can't give you any more. Right,
No.
move on.
All right. Hopefully it'll be back soon. Right, we've got 10 minutes left to talk about our wonderful Quattro D. To remind you about the brilliant glass mat, the rubber mat as well, and also to give you some item numbers. So 834680 is your brand new global launch last night, Quattro D collection. $59.98, but that's not what you're going to pay if you are a club member. You can go on Flexi, of course, because it's part of our Flextravaganza event, so you can spread the cost over 3 payments. Can you remind me what the club price was? $53.98. There you go. Brilliant value for both of those. You've seen the individual ones, they're £35 each, so you can see what great value that is. The mojito on its own, here we go, this will show you the value. 60% of the mojito's gone, you'll be paying $32.39 as a club member, so you can see the value for the new ones. And here's the details of the strawberry mojito, which we are going, you can hear Tony setting it up now.
Yeah, like scrambling
we're going to show you the strawberry margarita next. While Tony's just finishing off, I'd like to remind you about the relaunch of the Crate and Craft app. The reason being, I keep going on about the Crate and Craft app, is because as soon as I saw the email to say that it was out, I downloaded it. And it's blinking amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
I'm really, really surprised. Let's face it, the old app was rubbish, right? Let's face it, half time it didn't work, right? It was a little bit abandoned. Well, they've been working very, very hard on the new version. Now, it's only available for Apple devices at the moment, but there is an Android one on the way. It's version 1, and for version 1, it is really, really good. Now, what you need to do is go to your Apple App Store, type in create space squiggly and space craft. So create and craft, but using a squiggly ampersand, yeah? And that it should be the top of the list when you do that. Click it, install it, it's free. And when you open it, it immediately goes to the live broadcast with the items on the show listed underneath. And then if you turn your device landscape, you get the image full screen.
Yeah.
You can log in where the little person's face, you know, little sort of shadow silhouette person is at the top. You can click that and you can log in with your account details and you can shop on the app. That means you can now watch Crate and Craft live when you're on the bus.
Yeah.
When you're in the kitchen, let's say you were watching a show and you got really into it, and then the kids want their tea, so you can take your tablet in and carry on watching. If you're lucky enough to be on a plane with Wi-Fi, you can still watch Crate and Craft. Smallest room in the house, you can watch it there.
Sounds awesome.
Amazing. If you work in, if you craft in a shed, you can now have Crate and Craft without having to worry about tablets and things like that. So give it a try. Download the new Crate and Craft app. The first question somebody asked is, can we watch catch up on it? The answer is no, not yet. But it's in the works, folks. That app will update as they release updates for it. But I have to say, it is really, really good. Okay. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've asked me to do the mojito because this is now flying, so let's do this one. So it's the 4 stages. Again, on the reverse, it shows you the elements, and again, not forgetting the most important part of this is that lovely, lovely QR code. Okay, so let's just show you a couple of samples here.
You love a QR code, don't you?
I've been doing QR codes for about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
They're hard work, but they are so worth it.
But some people don't know how to use a QR code.
Yeah.
It's very simple. You put the camera on your phone and you hold it up to the QR code and it sort of frames it and gives you a link. You click that link, it takes you to the relevant video.
Absolutely. And it's an updating one. So normally with QR codes, you'll scan it and you get one video and that's it. And it's normally about a little bit of information about the product, but this is an updating QR code. So every time I use the product, because I have my own studio, I'm live every day, it gets loaded on. So you might scan it Monday, one video. You might scan it a month later, it's got 4.
Right.
So that's why I encourage, keep them in the packet, keep them visual. If you can see what's on the front, it all depends on your mood. Today I'm going to, do you know what, I'm going to scan that QR code. I might make a mojito today. It all depends on your mood, doesn't it? So let's just show you these samples here, just show you how different they all are, because obviously you can, when I say to you, it depends on your own style of craft. You really can be creative if you want to. So that's those. And then here's 3 from the last show, which I had as a Brucey bonus in the packet. I must have been really organised to pop them back in the packet. So I've got some here. Look at this one. If you add that sparkle to the glass, it really looks like the sparkly drinks that you can get and things like that.
Yeah,
okay, pink and then a dark one. Let's show you the concept. It's exactly the same as the perfume and the cake. And guess what? If you did the coordinating colours, can I just find a cake? Or maybe let's just grab this one. Look at this, how on a card you can absolutely build if it coordinates. You've got a lady who likes to smell beautiful and a lady who likes a good cocktail. I have got my card finished, all matching perfectly. Absolutely beautiful. And that's with that lovely sparkle in that bottom of that jar. Absolutely gorgeous. You will spend a lot of time with these. Normally when you get your product home, you spend a couple of minutes playing and then you're ready to move on. Whereas with these, you'll be like, oh, I can do this, or I can do that, or you look up and it's dark.
Because you can use them independently. Although this system gives you the finished article, there's no reason why you can't just use the stamp. No reason why you just can't use the embossing folder and cut it out. You know, that's what's great about this.
It's so cool.
It's more than one
cool
product, if you see what I mean.
Yeah,
the result is manifold.
It is. Let's get some colour on here. So let's just pop through stencil number 1. So again, I've got the hearts the same. I have the number 1. So I'm just following the guide. Let's just get some colour through. So when you take it away, 1. And then number 2. So on this one we have some fruit in the top corner. Change out the colour if you want to. Did I? Oh. See? I just did the stencil nearly the wrong way because I wasn't had the number in the corner. Let's do it again, Tony. Make sure the number's looking at you, ladies and gents. So back to number 1. I'm glad that's actually happened because that's why I always say, well, follow the number system.
Everybody's probably going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah, probably. Look at the number's there, you can see it. If you can't see the number, you're stenciling wrong.
You can't actually see the number on the telly, but if I hold this up, maybe we might be able to just show you the number, which is right there. See that?
I've done it quite
there.
Big as well, so...
Yeah. You can see it, obviously, when you're looking from our camera above, it's difficult to see, but when you're actually using them, you can see it. Yeah, you can
see them. So just grab an orange because I'm going to do... I don't even actually know what fruit goes in this type style of cocktail because I don't drink
I think
them.
an orange.
Let's
a
go
lemon
orange.
would be a bit citrusy for that, wouldn't it?
Right, so let's just pop that back on there. Let's get a bit of orange through here, look. So you can see it's coming together. And then we have number 3.
I don't know what citrus fruit you'd put on the edge of a strawberry margarita. Of course, you could frost the glass, couldn't you? The edge of the glass.
That's the thing about the sparkle element of it. It's so cool. And then let's get this dark.
I guess a strawberry would be a thing, or a lime. Did you say lime? Lime, yeah. Yeah. Could be any colour slice you want.
And the beauty
Could be
about...
a blood orange if you want.
Yeah, the beauty about these is super cool because... keeping it true to Stamps by Me, we have the artistic flair, which is so true to me, and it's that stamped splats. I like a splat, I like something that's going to make me look better than I actually am. So, a black ink pad here. And again, if I don't want to use the stencils, I really don't have to, you know. I can colour that myself. Use mixed media paints, your acrylic paints, and then this is where the sort of magic happens, look. You get
Isn't that
that
clever?
Isn't it cool? I didn't pick up I didn't go to classes and understand light and shade. It did it all for me. So let's just move this out of the way. Let's get that lovely outline die. Pop it round.
Now remember, Tony's back at 5 and 4. They're saying in my ear. 4.
All right, okay.
5. It's 5 tomorrow.
Okay.
So Tony's back at 4 this afternoon and at 5 tomorrow. I know it's not me at 4 o'clock today. It could be me at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I don't know. I hope so.
I don't know. I'm with later. I haven't had a look.
One last chance to enthuse about the glass mat. It is me later. What, at 4?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought I had. No. No.
No, yes.
12, 3, 6 and 7. That's me. No.
Not under his watch.
No. Looks like we're going to tape for an hour.
Oh dear. So there we have our fabulous Quatre D. Here we go. So you can see you've got that beautiful splashed elements. That looks amazing just like that, doesn't it? I could add sparkle. The cubes are where it steps up a gear here because we have that amazing 3D embossing folder, which is going to enable me to get that dimension in those ice cubes. So all I'm going to do is take the design as I have with all of the others, and I'm just going to line it up. So take a moment or two to make sure you get the design lined up best you can, but if you don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. It's a piece of card. Hold it in place. And then we'll run this one through, and this is going to give us our 3D element. Now they're all sized beautifully, all 10, including the ones that are coming on Tuesday, are all sized beautifully to work together. So if you want to build a scene on a card and you are collecting them, you know that if you just get out your Quatre Ds, you're going to have a beautiful card. But if you want to mix them in with all of the other brands as well, you can also do that. Okay.
By the way, the strawberry mojito's now gone limited. They've just said in my ear. I can't believe that. We've got a minute left, Toni.
So there's the back. That just shows you the lovely embossing on the back there with those ice cubes and that straw and things and the fruit on the edge. And then when we turn it over, you have a lovely 3D embellishment.
Amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
Amazing. It really is amazing. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed the show, folks. It's always a pleasure to work with Toni and to bring you some of these incredible products. Let's just work our way back here very quickly so everybody can see that Weekender, which will be on again a little bit later on this afternoon as well. You'll have another opportunity to get more demos done.
Get more stock.
Yes. See the glass mat and do all of that. So please do stay tuned for the rest of the afternoon. But if you want to get this now, you still can get it. 834 680. Thanks for the emails, everybody. Always a pleasure to read those out. Thank you so much, Toni.
See you soon.
And we'll see you again a little bit later on. I'll tell you what's coming up next right now.